Malaysia Day. To my friends in Sabah Sarawak, happy Malaysia Day. And it only makes sense to drive a Malaysian car during Malaysian Day, right? Oh. Oh. Let's do this. Ah yes, ah yes. Wow, so many people! Guten Morgen! Hey, where's my fuel cap? Left side or right side? Okay, I go refuel. Thomas! Sawadee krap!
Are you serious? Yeah, why not?
Hey, this car is so damn nice to drive with. Yo! Yeah, the brake pedal feel, the steering feel, right? I'm driving so fast, you know. I came out halfway, 6:10, I turned back home and took my phone. And like 14 minutes later, I'm here. Yo! Malaysia Day, ma. I have to drive Malaysian car, ma. Hey, what the heck? Transaction denied, ah. Malaysia Day, I have to treat a Malaysian car be power racing. it's like 50 something thousand.
I mean, value for money cannot go wrong, really.
Hey, this one got high proton open close window, you know.
Serious, it's got the high proton thing.
Yes. But on the driver window only lah. Big window. Right? 50 plus. Hello. Oh, basketball breakfast place ah? I know. Oh, Chris, drop the top.
Fucking Frenchie, no? Italian, no cup holders.
Nice. Can see I help you. I flash you some lights. I scared you cannot see ma. Okay, seat belts. It's about a culture. Come for weekend drive, must not be power racing. CVT! Oh, Uncle, careful. It's been a long while. Let's go! Wow, so many cars. My God. Oh, suspension is brilliant. And the steering with feel allows you to point where you want it to be. It's just... When you have a car with good chassis, right? Everything else comes second. I spotted a car up front. It might cross the road because of the angle of its front. And go! What a lovely car. Now, I'm not gonna drive like crazy fast here because it's Ulu Yam. You know, just maybe 20% more than what usual people would do. I hope I don't meet another car coming down that is doing 70% more than what normal people do. Oh, the brake feel is so good, it's so firm. The brakes are great. It's a lovely car to balik kampung using B roads because it just handles. Every action is so precise. The brake pedals, I especially like the brake pedal feel. So good. Lovely roads. Lovely roads. What a great little car for 50,000. 50 over thousand. Yeah, the transmission, you can hear it, but it is a great little car. The handling makes all the difference in a car. Handling, you know. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I love you, Malaysia. I love you. What a beautiful country you are. Beautiful roads, beautiful people, beautiful climate. What a lovely country. Happy Malaysia Day, everybody. And now with a new cabin, build quality is a lot better. We've all appreciated that Proton handles really, really well. And this is the pre-Geely era Proton, you know, and the driving feel is just so good. That's a core strength of Proton handling. It's just so nice to drive. But of course, the Japanese car makers, you know, the other B segments, they have caught up to Proton's handling in recent years. A lovely little car to drive. Okay, it's not little, alright, it's very spacious. It's a big car, just that its positioning is considered little. See, that's the difference between a car that has great suspension, great steering feel, brake pedal feel, and an overall lightness, right? An overall lightness allows you to drive spiritedly, and this is driving spiritedly. I'm happy I made the right choice today bringing this car out. 6,000 RPM. That means the way it manages its weight transfer is really, really good. Of course, I would have been happier if I'm able to drive this in Genting. So I get to explore the car more on single lane roads. And yeah. I tell you, a lot of people crash at Ulu Yam because they do not know how to brake properly when they are going into a corner a little bit too fast. You know, you don't jab the brakes and then you send the weight of the car to the outer wheels and then you just break traction and everything and then you just go into a mess. No, sometimes knowing what to do with your brakes helps you a lot, right? You can go into a corner slightly fast, but as you brake, it's a firm and gradual motion and not a sudden jabbing. A sudden jabbing will send your weight transfer, will just ruin everything. Basically, proper driving or safe driving is at times mostly about weight transfer more than many things else. Alright. Shaving speed off a car without unsettling it is the difference between an experienced or a novice driver. Alright? And we're not talking about professionals yet. Professionals are in a way another level.
When I switched to Pro Mileage, in my case, I got 46-47% of savings for that car.
Pro Mileage was the only one that gave me 5,000 extra value to cover, yet still cheaper, a lot less. A lot less.
So nice. Nope, we're not gonna sit down and eat. You know, there's this thing in me whereby in some ways we always felt that Malaysia has potential. We want to become a developed nation, you know, we want this, we want that. But look around you. There is a beauty in all this. You know, there's a beauty in people taking their time, enjoying their life, chill. I mean, what do we get if everybody is stressful, super hardworking, you know, super aggressive? What do we actually get? I mean, becoming like Korea, Japan, where yes, they're proud of their country, they have a high GDP per capita, but what is rich? What is rich? Does rich mean youngsters who are super well educated, work in high-rise office towers, but they cannot afford a home? And that it is so stressful that young people no longer want to get married, no longer want to have children, they just want to enjoy their life. Is that what we want? Like, I just read a report that saying that Singapore is one of the most stressful countries to live in. For Singaporeans, that is. You know, they feel really stressful. But you look at Malaysia, you look at Thailand, you know, it's such a relaxing country, such a part of me is conflicting over here. I want to see my country grow, but I love it just the way it is. And people from other countries, from Korea, from Japan, when they are always in this high stress environment, come to Malaysia, they feel it's so relaxing, so comfortable, so nice. It's just like this car. May not be the best in the world, but it's so relaxing to drive slow, relaxing to drive fast. It may not be perfect, but I enjoy my time. And just think about it. Let's apply a little bit of those, you know, like what they say, Jewish businessman mentality. Let's say you're staying in a village, right? There are a few of you who sells burgers, and you wake up every morning, you say hi to one another, you have your stalls. One day, one guy buy from you, the other day, the guy buy from the other. All of you are okay, you're nice, you're okay to everybody. I mean, everybody gets a living, but that sort of ultra-capitalism mentality would mean that You want your neighbors' burger stalls to close down, or you want to take over their stalls. You are hyper aggressive in your business, in your pursuit of success. You want to see your neighbors fail. Is that what we want? The hyper aggressive mentality in Malaysia? I'm not sure. Even though that ensures survivability for one, it may also mean the demise of others. I don't know. I mean, it's the same as workshops, right? You have your workshop there, you have a friend who opens a workshop next street or behind, and you guys just chill, you know. That's Malaysia. We are not the type where I want to see the other shops close down so that all business comes to me and all that. We're not like that. That isn't a Malaysian thing to do, you know. Alright guys, let's look at its interior. This has been thoroughly upgraded. Alright, and before we start, why don't I try something? I believe you guys can see me over here if I sit at the back. Alright, let's wait for a while. I'll go to the back seats. And let's just say that I'm sitting here and the doors are locked because Daddy or Mommy went down to buy something. Hi, Proton.
What's up?
Open window.
Sorry, again?
Open window.
Open.
Can you all see that? Let's try that again. Hi, Proton.
What's up?
Close window.
Closing all areas.
Yay! Alright, that's a little trick there. So, Proton managed to have a little bit of that GKUI function they brought that into the persona and the iris. This, yes, some may say it's a gimmicky thing, but there are situations where there might be some practical usage. Alright, let's look at the car. Alright, now the build quality of the new persona and iris, they have improved a lot. Alright, I mean, in terms of the fit and finish, yes, it's not an expensive car, so that's why I don't expect like super soft touch squidgy materials everywhere, because at the end of the day, this car is only 50 odd thousand and it's a proper B segment car. It's big. Alright, hard plastics, but these are the high quality ones. You know, you knock your knuckle, you don't feel pain. This one, you knock your knuckle, you feel a little bit. Alright, so overall I would say it's alright, totally acceptable for this segment. Now it's pretty practical. You have a very long armrest, there's cushioning over here. Alright, start stop button is over here, and then you have your door bins, you have your bottle holder. It's pretty spacious in a way. Alright, this one you can put your smart tag. There is a compartment over here, and as for this one, you get pretty much in-car. You know, you can toggle average fuel, you can toggle Distance to empty, journey time, average speed. Yeah, I just went for a morning drive, so my average speed is pretty high, and fuel consumption 11.1. I'm happy because it's Ulu Yam and we were all averaging pretty high, above, you know. Alright, here's plastic, gloss black over here, some metallic, you know, silver painted surfaces, nicely finished. You know, there's a tablet like infotainment screen over here, which is pretty good. I mean, if you think about the segment that you're getting something like that, and it's the modern type where it's like a, you know, iPad tablet, unlike the Toyota one where they raise this to cover it, pretends to be a tablet but actually it's a 2DIN. I mean, there are good and bad over that. This is straightforward. Alright, very easy to understand, you know, pretty straightforward. And then you have this dial for the air volume. This one is for, you know, the temperature setting. And over here we have a very nice compartment for phones where it stays put. Okay, of course we're all hoping it's a wireless charger or some sort, right? But it's a phone holder or wallet holder, and they say stay snug. And then here you have USB, 2 USB, 3 USB ports. Amazing, right? 3 USB ports at the front. And then here we have the eco traction control, parking sensors, conveniently placed here. Now this is a B segment car, so this console is slim, but by cleverly designing it like that, you have a huge compartment, and you can put your bottles, right? And basically it's a cup holder, but it's not the big ones. I think the design is for like Coke over here, and then Red Bull over here. You get my meaning, right? You still get a mechanical handbrake. All right. Up here you get the settings whereby, you know, you on the lights when your doors are open, or you can individually on it. Pretty nice. This is straightforward, not luxurious, not super high quality with vanity lights and all that, but you get a mirror nevertheless. Do you get a mirror over here? Yes. Car makers who took out the passenger side mirror, I don't understand them. Alright. And here you have a large glove box. Again, I'm going to say this, French car owners will envy this. Proper glove box. Of course, it's a B segment car. Don't expect it to, you know, drop slowly like Lexus or with felt and all that. All those things cost money. So yeah. This one is pretty nice. As a B segment car, you get adjustable seat belts. Alright. The seats, I have to say, I believe these are leatherettes, but proper quality, proper stitching, proper fit and finish. The whole thing looks nicely finished, you know, and the color as well. It's a nice color, brown. Alright. And here we have a small compartment, but a decidedly complicated hinge or mechanism. Oh, so basically it's a simple armrest that click locks, and you have it at this thickness just so it raise high enough to rest your arms. Comfortable. Alright. This one, I believe no surprises here. You get phone, multimedia, and you get, let me see, what's that? You see, it's integrated. This is shown here. You get GPS. Wow. For this segment, right? In-car GPS. How nice is that? Alright. And I believe it's linked to the GKUI system as well. And you have like a widget screen where you have shortcuts. You have your sat-nav. You have pretty alright. On the steering wheel, you get volume buttons, you know, accept the call, voice command, pretty easy to reach, easy to press. The signal is over here on the left side, and then right side is the wipers. Okay. As for seating position, it's perched a little bit high up, I am 5'11". This is the lowest seat setting. So, and it gives, this car is high up, it's tall. So when I'm driving it this morning, right, the visibility is excellent, fantastic visibility. Look at that little glass over here for us to see through the A-pillar and the side mirror, you know, and all that. So visibility is really, really good. Of course, when I'm driving fast, I want to try and sit lower, but I couldn't. That's the sitting position. So it's wonderful for ingress and egress in a way, all right? Let's go to the back seats. The doors are huge, but the hinge and all that is light, and it's all right. Okay. And at the back here, they are not stingy at all. You get 2 USB ports over here at the back. And as for leg room, now I have size 11.5 feet. Okay, no, I'm size 11.5. My feet is 11.5. Okay, so as for the rear seat, what I want to say is that in terms of the distance between the base of the rear seat to the rail or the cladding of the rail of the front seat, I couldn't slot my feet in, right? But I can put my feet here like that. Why do I mention this space? If I can slot my feet in here, okay, I have to put it sideways, right? And here, if I look at under the carpet, see this plastic piece could have been shorter, but there's the body down there, right? If it is shorter, that would mean that the middle passenger can place his or her feet over here, all right? And this is a front-wheel drive car. When you see a center tunnel, it's mostly maybe for structural rigidity purposes, right? It's not so much, there's no axle and all that runs underneath here. Now I have to comment again, the seats look great, even from the back, right? Proper pockets, you know. Yeah, these are leatherettes, I can tell by touching it. You know, my Audi has a net over here, this one is a proper pocket. Okay, the rear seats. From pictures, they look like proper, but actually in the real world, you have to look at it. I am 5'11", right? They don't have the headrest that you know, that rises up here, but most rear seats don't. But then you sit like slouching here, and because this is not too tall, so you can rest your neck over here. If you are 5'11" like me, right, you can rest your neck here, and it gives a proper slanting position, and there's quite a bit of headroom. Now if you sit, ooh, I'm surprised. Spring-loaded handles. I'm surprised. I thought B7 car, you know, they won't put these things here. So yeah, overall comfort is alright, but if I sit straight, I would sort of expect some support on my neck, you know. So I would recommend anybody who sit in this car, try to slouch a bit. Actually, slouching is more comfortable in long distance journey, and because the window is that big, you get really, really good visibility out of here, right? But I would expect this to be slightly higher for collision, you know, whiplash protection. It should have been slightly higher. There is some, but if you are smaller in size, then it's not a problem for you, all right? Now the seats are split folding, 40-60. These are the emergency kits at the back here. So with both sides folded down, you get a very big and nice pass-through for you to carry long loads or carry items. And the parcel is actually pretty spacious. Maybe they know Malaysians like to put all sorts of dolls, you know, tissue boxes and all that at the back there. That's the tethering for the child seats, and you have ISOFIX here. So yeah, as a B segment car, it is not the most spacious, but it's certainly one of the most rewarding to drive. And for its price, it's almost half the price of other B segment sedans that is comparable to this car, like Vios, City and all that, right? But hey, yeah, it's a pretty big bargain. The doors are huge, absolutely huge. The door opening is just humongous. So going in and out of this car is dead easy. You look at the opening of the door. Just look at that opening. Almost looks like a van. This is one of the biggest doors in the industry, right? It's bigger than the rear door of the S-Class. I kid you not. So the ingress and egress is just so fantastic. It's dead easy to go in and out. Just look at this opening. It's crazy, right? Okay, come to the boot. You get an electronic release, and it has one of the biggest, most ginormous boot in the segment. Alright, I don't think any D segment boot is as big as this, and I think it's bigger than most B segment or C segment boots. Yep, this is one of the biggest boot in the business. There's a little emergency triangle over there. Yeah. Okay. Now, because of this car optimizing its space and all that, right, it will have a very egg-shaped profile. In fact, the profile looks like a hatchback with a butt attached. Right. It is a very tall car. It is a very spacious car for its size. And this is the new update with the new design, the new grille and all that, the LED daytime running lights. So it's one of the most practical cars to buy for your budget. 50 over 1,000. This thing certainly outsize the Myvi in a lot of areas. Okay, and in terms of handling, this car handles. It has the traditional Proton ride and handling, right? It doesn't have like a super sophisticated rear suspension setup, but it's definitely more comfortable than the Mazda 3. Yeah, it's nice to drive. I enjoy my drive this morning, and this is the new Persona. All right, happy to see Proton keep updating and improving their cars in terms of build, in terms of equipment levels, and then lowering their prices. That's good. And look at that, airbags, right? So, yep, all round airbags. Look at that, curtain airbags, front dual airbags, you know. Airbags on the seats, right? Side airbag, curtain airbag, A-pillar airbags, safety. Really, really good. So it's a very complete package, family sedan, you know. You get the door lock and unlock in the middle, the correct place where BMW used to put here, but somehow they move it away. So this is a very, very good package car in terms of price, in terms of performance, in terms of, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to see this. I like the car. Honest car, all right. I know the limitations, all right. Proton, they probably sell less Persona in a year than Porsche selling Cayenne or Macans. So that can tell the economies of scale, but I would say job well done when I remind myself of the kind of, you know, A-class segment kind of, you know, like Fiesta sedan, Polo sedan, you know, that era. It's alright. It's alright. It doesn't have like the greatest soundproofing quality or whatnot, but it has been improved over the years. So, yeah, I'm glad I test driven this car today, right? On Malaysia Day some more. All right, not perfect, but I believe you'll love it when you have this car. All right, cheers.
God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And if you quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business so humongous, you would think